Okay, our goal now is to shape up the outside of our bowl. I got the last ring glued on. As you can see, it's way bigger than it needs to be, so we need to shape the outside of this and clean this up. We still have the outside piece of plywood stuck to the ring number 4, and we're going to leave that on there and have the tailstock hold it while we shape the outside of this bowl. Then we'll trim that off and then turn the inside. So the last ring's been glued on for over an hour and something now, so it should be good to go. So let's give it a shot and see what happens. Turn the lady speed up a little bit. All right, here we go. Get rid of some of this plywood that's on the outside edge here. Get some out of the way. Let's cut that back a little bit so we figure out what size bowl it is that we want. Well, I gotta tell you, that's a lot of fun. The nice thing about segmented turning is there's no end grain. It's all side grain, so it actually turns beautifully. Let that motorcycle go by. It turns beautifully, and there's a lot of fun. So I'm going to continue to shape this up, and then I'll be back once we get it kind of looking like what we want it to look like. Okay, we switched tools now. We're going to be using this Easy Wood Tools tool that I've had for a year or so. It really works really well. It's got a carbide cutter on it. It's nice handle, nice tool. It's a lot of fun to use, and we'll really get some shavings flying here with this thing. So let's watch this and see how it goes. What I like about this tool is you can actually cut both ways, going one way or the other, so it really makes a difference. Okay, let's turn around and take a look at it. We got a lot of shavings. They come off in nice little streamers. That's kind of nice. And we got our little bowl all kind of shaped up on the outside here. We started to take away some of the wood on the base. I'm kind of liking that shape. It's just a kind of a basic shape, nothing real fancy about it. So we'll come back here and we'll cut this. I'll cut this piece of plywood off the end, and then I'll move the camera around, and we'll start to hollow out the inside. Okay, there's the shape of our little bowl. Somehow I actually lucked out and got the diameter at 6 inches, which is what I wanted it to be. For the past few minutes, I've been cleaning up the inside there. It was, with the segments and everything, you got a lot of rough surfaces. I've been using my bowl gouge to clean that up a little bit. The Easy Wood tool doesn't seem to like those rough things, or probably better said is I don't like using the Easy Wood tool on those rough surfaces like that. So what we'll do, now that we got all the corners knocked off, we're going to reset the camera, and we're going to get the Easy Wood tool out, and we're going to finish the inside of this bowl. So you can see we have a lot of thickness here on the bowl, and so we got plenty of wood to turn out and shape it up and make a nice little maple bowl out of it. Okay, we're all set up to go here. The thing about Easy Wood tools is they have to cut level. That's why I have this little level stuck to the side of it here. Mr. Craig Johnson, the president of Easy Wood Tools, gave me this at one of the woodworking shows that I went to, which I appreciate very much. Thank you. So the main thing is to keep it level, and don't use an overhand grip, because you can tend to twist it and then you get a catch. And speaking from experience, that's not pretty. So we got a lot of wood to waste out of here, so we're gonna turn it down to what's the shape on the inside matches the shape on the outside, and we'll see what's happening. Hopefully, it should be a lot of fun. I still have a couple little rough spots in there that we need to get out. We'll get by those. We'll get down to the bottom here. Another thing nice about this tool, it's got that sturdy bar, and you can get kind of a long ways out over the tailstock when you're turning. Extra chips here. Again, the ability to be able to cut both ways is a big advantage, you know. Okay, well, you get the idea on that. I'm going to continue to hug out the material inside there until we get it down to where it's a little bit closer to being the finished product, and I'll turn the camera back on. Okay, we've pretty much got this dished out the way we would like. I need to make it a little bit thinner. I'd like this to be, I don't know, 5/16 or something like that. And I drew a line there so we can, once we turn it on, it's easier to see it. So that's about, 5/16 or so. So I've dished out the bottom a little bit. Of course, I'll show you all this once we get finished with it. But my goal now is to just make it even, get it down to this line, make it even thickness, and have it a little bit of a dish in the bottom. It's a little too thick right here. I'm just using my fingers to see where we need to take some more wood off. We're fine down there, but I need to take some off in these last 3 rings here. So I'm going to start working on that. You'll get, because it's getting thinner, we're going to get a little bit of vibration. So you might actually hear a little bit of squealing sound, which is the vibration. So let's give it a go. That's the vibration, so it doesn't hurt anything, but can be a little bit annoying. So we'll have to be careful with that. I don't want to take too much more off that ring down on the bottom there. So we'll kind of focus our efforts on these top 3 rings here. What I think I'll do, I think I'll stop the camera. I think I need to, this is a carbide cutter, so all you do is loosen it up and rotate it around. I think I'm getting dull in that one spot, so we'll shut it off and then we'll come back once I move that around a little bit. Okay, I've rotated the cutter a little bit, and we should be able to finish this up here. I did turn a little bit more out of it. The vibration is more than a little bit annoying, so if it's bothering me, I'm sure it would bother you. We need a little bit of, this ring right here has got a little bit too bump in it, and right down there. But otherwise, we're in pretty good shape. So we'll go ahead and clean those last things up, and then see what we got here. The bottom, I've kind of dished it out to kind of match the curve of the thing, because got some tear out down there at the bottom of the bowl because that was a solid piece, and we got some ingrain going on there. So let's see what we can do here. Alright, let's check it and see how we do. We'll just use our calibrated fingers here and see if there's any we took care of that. There's a little bit of a ridge right there that I want to clean up. It's right there on that, between that first and second ring. Okay, while I'm at it, I think I'll round over these outside edges here so that's not a sharp curve. You could sand them over, but it's a little bit easier. A little bit noisier though. This last ring needed to go down a little bit anyway to match the same as the others, so we got it about where it needs to be. So let's give it a little bit more speed. Maybe that'll give us some less vibration. So no, that didn't work. Alright, well, we generated a fair amount of chips here. I think our little bowl is as good as we need to get it. It's pretty even thickness based on my feel here. We don't want it too thin. I like the shape, I like the inside, I like the way it looks. We need to sand it up, and once we do that, we'll come back and show you what we got.